Yo, yo, yo. This is your boy JB. This is JB Jr.
What's
And this
good?
is Demon House TV. I appreciate y'all tuning in. This is my first episode, so I just want to introduce ourselves and bring you guys into our world and show you kind of what got us interested in horror movies and what kept us interested, kind of just where it all started from. But with me, I would say it was movies like Jason Goes to Hell, which came out in '93, I believe. Me and my cousin Heather had a VHS tape and it had Jason Goes to Hell and Hocus Pocus on it. And from there, it was like Pumpkinhead, um, of course, the Halloween franchises, um, Leprechaun. Of course, I watched like Are You Afraid of the Dark and Goosebumps, Child's Play, Shrunken Heads, um, Puppet Master, things like that. The list goes on and on, but I don't want to steal away from the topic here. But that's what got me interested, and it just kind of went from there. But how about you, man?
It's basically the same thing. So my first horror movies, I think, were like Child's Play and Stephen King's It. I watched some part of the old one, and I watched like the new one like a billion times. And then it just kind of went from there. And my favorite horror movie is Leprechaun.
That's a good one. That's like a family favorite right there. I mean, we know that movie front to back. The first three movies were amazing.
The
Didn't
powers
really
are
get into
returning.
the fourth one like that, where he's in space. I
God
think the only
said
one, like
it's
the
not here.
only movie that like went into space that I was like, and it's kind of like a guilty pleasure, would be Jason X. And that one was kind of corny, but it was still cool. It was just something that I watched from time to time. Um, it just kind of horror movies, I think, just like transition is so different. There's no like practical effects. They took away from like the with CGI being so heavy right now in horror. I think they don't use like animatronics and things like that no more, and just like regular makeup. They kind of lost touch with that. So when movies um, kind of use the old school ways, it's exciting, I would say, just because it brings back that originality, But
Nostalgia.
yeah, just nostalgia and it just makes it better, you know what I mean? Because it's like you put in work to make this movie. You didn't just not taking away from the technicians or the computer guys or nothing like that that work hard to make CGI be great, but or does whatever it does for horror. But I just feel like it's better and it brings you in more. It feels a little more real when it's real makeup and practical effects and animatronics. Even if it's you can see it, it's still kind of I don't know. But that's my personal opinion. But what do you guys think? How do you feel about the special effects and bringing CGI into the horror world? Um, Also, feel free to comment your favorite movies down below and what movie was your first movie that like grabbed you and was like, yeah, I love this genre, and kind of piqued your interest and kept you going with it. So, also, um, I would like to know how do you feel about where horror has gone from as far as the original, like Dracula, Wolfman, Creature from the Black Lagoon, Mummy, Invisible Man, Frankenstein, things like that. How do you guys feel about where it is today, and what do you think is the best era with horror? Um, what do you think? I know you weren't really alive to
Yeah,
see a lot of the
I
eras.
watched a lot of '90s movies, so I think that the '90s was the best one.
I like, yeah, 90s was a great era for horror movies. Um, I think I like, I don't know, it's hard to pick because there was greatness in every era, you know what I mean? Like with me, it was like 80s and up that I really liked. You know, there's a few 70s ones that were cool, but I was bigger on like 80s movies, especially 90s definitely. That's, I was born in 90s, so I definitely grew up watching that. In the 2000s, the 2010s, like that, I feel like that era was awesome, especially we had like um Wrong Turn and things like that. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre with Jessica Biel, even Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the beginning, that was dope. Um, I wasn't a huge fan of, oh, we had Joyride, things like that, that was just like super cool. And then like 2010, we had, oh, I can't forget about, Freddy versus Jason.
No,
That's what I think. That was what 20. That was like 2001, I think 2002, something like that. 2001, but that was dope. The remake of Nightmare on Elm Street, I think, was. I watch it from time to time, but it's not the same. The voice ain't the same. Yeah, it just wasn't. It just didn't hit. He didn't have the voice down. The jokes were just not. It wasn't as good. But the Friday the 13th remake was awesome. I love that one. That one was super cool. It kind of brought it back to the original Crystal Lake killer, the original Jason Voorhees, where he had what is that, the potato sack mask.
no, you mean the hockey mask?
No, I'm saying the original before he got the mask back on. He had the potato sack mask before he found it, and he was like shooting bow and arrows and stuff, and that was in some of the original Friday the 13th movies, and I thought that was super dope, and it gave it like that campy feel, which I thought was super cool.
That the remake gave me like the Fred movie vibes with horror.
You said the what?
The Fred movies.
Nightmare on Elm Street?
No, Friday the 13th remake.
Oh, Friday the 13th. Oh, that was, yeah, the Friday the 13th is like a.
It was like a Fred and met Friday the 13th.
Fred.
Yeah, the movie. You don't know the movie Fred? You don't know the three Fred movies? The camp.
Fred, like the, Fred. I'm trying to think.
Guy with the blonde hair.
Scooby Doo?
No.
Fred?
It's a TV. Search it up.
Oh, yeah. Okay, hold on. Wait, that was on one of the kids' channels, wasn't it?
That was a TV show, but before that, it was a show. I mean, it was a movie.
Really? You learn something new every day, y'all. Well, you're gonna show me something new. Look this up. But yeah, I don't know. I think there's been some decent horror movies. Also, there was like Amityville, the Amityville horror movie. Um, there's been some good horror movies throughout the years for sure. What are some of your guys' uh, horror movies? I'll keep talking to y'all while he looks up this Fred, so I know what he's talking about.
What are your
I feel
talents?
lost here.
Am I not singer?
No!
But yeah, I think change is good, but I think too much change and, you lose originality and it kind of just feels like they're rushing through these movies just because they know, horror has such a strong fan base,
This.
it's insane. Oh yeah, I know what you guys. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Camping vibes.
Yeah. But I think just I think we need some new ideas. I think we might need either some new brains to come back in, or some of the older OGs that made some of these horror movies to step back in, because I don't know what's
new people suck.
I don't know what's going on. Some of these movies is just like you drop the ball. Like it's like it'll start good, but it's like it's nice to not just rely on one thing. Like some movies, they just rely on jump scares. That's their only thing. Which I like jump scares. That's cool. You know, that's not terrible. But I think I think relying too much on one thing. You know, you got to have other elements. You know, that creepy factor has to be there. It depends on the genre too. Like I love a good creature feature, a good slasher. I think each one of those sub genres has to, there's things you can do to master that or bring people in, like showing the monster right off bat. I think is insane. You know what I mean? It kind of ruins that surprise or that element. Um, I think a little bit of mystery is always good, instead of just like, well, here it is. You've seen the monster, so there's no, I don't know, like I said, no mystery or nothing like that. Can't really use your imagination or anything like that. It takes away from it. Um, Slashers, I feel like they went all over the place with those, but I feel like there's still every person thinks differently, so you can still come up with something, that's great. Um, but that's where I'm at with it. It's just an introduction. I just wanted to give you guys kind of like just an introduction and bring you guys into what's going on with us. Um, there's a lot more to come. I'm gonna be talking about real live horror, haunted houses, haunted stories, murders, mysteries, things like that. I got a lot of surprises for y'all. I hope you guys keep following us and tapping in. Like, subscribe, share. All of that really helps this channel. And I pray that you guys keep watching and stay interested, man. We got a lot for you. Also, I want to let you know if you do any type of special effects makeup, do any type of art, um, I mean, anything that has to do with horror, and you have a channel or you sell, you're trying to make money, whatever it is, inbox me or um, comment below and shoot me your link. And in the next video, I'll put it in the description so people can tap in. And I'll also have a little portion in my video and kind of shout you out and tell my viewers where to find your link and where to go and things like that.
You know what Q&As are? You know what Q's and A?
Yeah.
We should do that. We should do that when we get famous. We should do Q&A when we get famous.
Yeah, Q&A. That'll be a part of it too. Just letting people, ask questions, answer some things like that.
I've seen a lot of Q&As. They're fun.
Yeah. I think we can add that in. I think that wouldn't be a problem. I think interaction with the viewers and things like that, I think that's huge. But yeah. What you got to say? What's up, baby boy?
So I think we should do a gaming channel too, if maybe.
Yeah, we already started one, but we got to focus on this first.
I know.
But we can do something too. We can multitask. That'll be cool. Look at him. We gotta get him a channel and get him going, man. He getting in front of the camera. He trying to take off. There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, to be a streamer.
There's nothing wrong with that at all, baby boy. But yeah, so let us know. Tap in if there's any subjects or anything that you guys want us to talk about. If we missed anything, please let me know. We're just starting out, so I'm hoping to keep you guys interested. We got lots more to talk about, plenty more to come, so just stay tuned. Thank you for tuning in to Demon House TV.